So he won't let me put him down right now. So imagine everything I'm doing with one arm, you can do with both, okay? But we're just going to start with our legs hip width apart. Good, somewhere comfortable there. And then just a big breath in, reaching both hands up overhead onto the toes. And then release out, coming down, reach to the floor. Let your head hang heavy. And roll back up slow and steady. Good, standing tall, let's go again. Both hands up, reaching onto the toes. And out. And again, tuck the head and roll down, reach to the floor. And slowly back up again. One more time, both hands up. Good, and out and down. Just hang at the bottom there a little bit longer. Just bend the knees and really reach those hands down onto the mat. That's it, and slowly back up. So both hands now out wide, legs wide as well. Couple of circles with the arms first. Bigger, bigger, and bigger. And then drop those hands down behind the chest. Pull the shoulders behind the rib cage and then reach your hands off the back behind you. Chest stretch. Couple of deep breaths to expand the lungs and the ribs. And release. Hands to the front. Push the palms forward. Drop the head down. Stretch it out towards the TV or towards the front wall. Those shoulders are coming up to the ears. Now just twist to reach to one side. Opens up, down throughout. Big back muscles. Other side, reach over. And back to the middle, back to the front. Release those hands and roll. Standing up again, tall and straight. Good. Hands and legs still wide. We're going to add a little rotation work. So we just take a breath in here. On the breath out, twist, reach the opposite ankle and back up. Other side, twist and reach and back up. And again. You can bend the knee slightly if you need to. Last two. Last one. Good, then hands down onto the hips, onto your waist somewhere there. Just bend one knee, we lean to the side, taking the sit bones down towards the floor. Easy peasy, up and over to the other side. Good, and then we do both together. So turning out wide into a sort of a sumo squat position, taking the knees in the same direction as your toes are facing. Hold here for a few pulses, just a little pulse to prime those thigh muscles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low as you can. You don't have to really challenge yourself though. If you need it a bit lighter, just come higher. Then it's heel raises. Now you can't see my feet, but we've done this before. Just heel lift and lower, heel lift and lower.
Looks like it. It does look good. We're admiring the mat, Sally.
Is it good colour for the Zoom, isn't it? You'll be able to see me a bit clearer than the... It's a line,
wide, isn't it?
It's wide. Oh, well, probably looks a bit wider on the screen. It's, I think it's just as wide as a normal mat. Last one. And then we're going to straighten up those legs, walk your feet back together. Good, and just to the back end of your mats there, okay? Now I'm going to just... Right. So we're going down onto the floor onto our hands and knees. So we're going to roll down to get there. So standing tall, big breath in, on the breath out, tuck the chin, roll and hang your hands towards the floor. Bend the knees when you get to the floor and walking out onto hands and knees. If you need to go onto your elbows here, you're more than welcome. I'm going to pop your feet however's comfortable. And then just start with cat and cow. So arching the back towards the ceiling, drop the head, tuck the tail. And reverse through the other way. Let the belly and the chest hang. And again up into cat stretch. And down into cow. Big bellies full of grass. Good, now find that midpoint, that sort of neutral spine position. So you can wiggle through top and bottom to find your medium. Hands are slightly in front of the shoulders, or elbows slightly in front of those shoulders if you're on your elbows. We're starting with a real simple straight leg kick out, okay? So just breathe in, kick one leg straight out behind you. Breathe out lower. Breathe in on the extension, breathe in, lower. So those legs go as straight as you can get them. So a little squeeze of the thigh as you kick out. Trying to get your leg up in line with the rest of your body, in line with your spine, and trying to maintain that neutral spine position. A little bit of movement will occur, so that's only natural. I don't want you to kind of fully drop the belly, arch the back. And then without any rest at all, we're going into our bird dog. So that's arm and leg. So both opposites, arm and leg lift and lower, alternating sides. Sorry, ladies, last one there. And then just fold. You can widen your knees if you like, but just folding back, bringing the head towards the floor, wherever you can get to. They're in Pilates rest or our child's pose position. All right, let's come back up again to hands and knees. We're going to go into our cat stretch. So that's arching and rounding the back towards the ceiling. Try to hold that position there, really tucking the tail down between the legs. Then tuck the toes as well. We're going to lift and hover the knees a couple of inches off the floor. This is hard work. You can do it on your elbows if you need to. Hold, breathe. 3, 2, 1. Knees down and relax through the back. We're going to do that again. We're going to round the spine. Hold strong. Lift the knees, hover and hold. Strong arms, strong tummy, strong legs, and breathing. 3, 2, 1. Knees back down. Relax through the back. One more if you can. If it's too much on your wrist, try the elbows, or if it's too much altogether, feel free just to have a rest and a stretch. Last one, round the back. Stay rounded, lift those knees, hover off the mat and hold it. If you're really feeling good today and you want that extra challenge, the challenge is here to straighten those knees, bring your chest over the hands, but you do not have to do that, okay? You can stay tucked for 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Well done. Now take those feet back, come down onto your tummy all together. Just go collect this board. Where are you going?
That rock.
All All right, so just rest your head on your hands.
It's always, the stem's always been there. I've got one that's the same as what's underneath now. It's the same as what's under the Apple TV box, same sort.
Okay, let's do some more. So we're not here for too long. We just got to load up that back a little more. So the head and arms just get to rest for the first round. It's a double leg lift if you can do both. Both legs up. Add a little flutter. Like you're swimming freestyle, like a freestyle kick in the pool, but very, very small. Keep the shoulders relaxed as possible. If you prefer, if it feels better for you to have your head up off the hands, that's okay. But just try not to look up at the screen the entire time. Keep your chin tucked in. And keep breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs down. Now putting your hands in a diamond shape, so thumbs and index fingers together. Then we're going to lift the head and chest just high enough off the ground so that you can see your fingers clearly, keeping the chin still tucked slightly in like you're holding a big peach under your chin to your chest. And you want to push that on the forearms so that your shoulders are opening up away from the spine behind you. Then again, from here, double leg lift, add the flutter. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Now legs are heavy, but we're in a bit more extension with support, so it shouldn't be too much of a challenge just yet. Keep the legs going. Keep that chin tucked in. Shoulders and arms pressing the floor away from the chest. 3, 2, 1. Legs down. Keep the head up. We're going to move the hands under the shoulders, elbows tucked into the ribs. Then we're going to actually push the chest a little higher so the elbows point towards the hips. The chest is open, shoulders pulled back. Double leg lift and flutter again. Hold here. Chest open, shoulders back. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Legs down. Now, if you've got more extension, you can push on those arms to lift into cobra stretch, but you absolutely do not have to force yourself beyond what your body can do. I'm fortunate that I've still got quite a bit of flexibility, but you shouldn't aim for anything beyond what your body can do. Let's come back down from there onto our tummies. And we've got last one for our arms only. So the legs get to rest on the mat. We're going to slide both hands forwards with the head out in front. And then from here, you can do either single arm raise and lower, single arm raise and lower, or double arm flutter. Because it's a little challenging on the thoracic spine, you can just do one arm at a time, nice and slow and steady, still working the muscles very well. You can do both arms up and flutter. Nose and eyes are looking at the mat once you're going. It's okay to look at me to start, but once you're up and going, keep breathing, keep moving those arms. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands in under the chest. Press up to hands and knees. Walk your feet in a little bit closer, and then you can either go down again to that Pilates rest or our child's pose, or just round the back into cat stretch. Excuse me. All right, now moving straight on from there, we're going to come on into our side sitting, like side saddle on a horse position. If there's a reason, if your knees or your hips don't quite like that side sitting position, you can have one of those legs, whichever it is, out straight to make it work better for you. But just try to sit there on your side. I'm going to go down onto the elbow from here. And knees stacked together. One leg can still be straight though, knees stacked together. Then all we're going to try to do here is a hip raise. So it's a side plank. So we're just going to pop both hips up off the floor if you can get there. Push the hips forward, then hips back and down to the floor. If you've got one leg straight, you can still do it. Both hips up, push forward and back and down. Just do what you're able. Up, lift, and squeeze down. So the elbow is a stronger support than the hand at this point. But if you do not have any shoulder trouble, then you can go onto the hand instead of the elbow. Last one, lift, hold at the top, hand that's above you reaches to the ceiling, and just hold there. We're going to go under the arm, rotate, and then pull back up to the ceiling. So arm reaches under the body, twist, back up to the ceiling, open. Last one, underarm twist, back up and open. Hand on the hip, lower those legs, and good. Then you get to push up, back over into side saddle. I'm going over the hard side stretch. So this is our mermaid stretch. We're in going over the feet. Again, if one leg is straight, you still just pull up and stretch over the body. Good, let it go. Let's swing your feet over the other way. We're going to do that all again. We're starting in that side sit position. Again, one leg can be straight, whatever works for you. Down onto the elbow from here, and then knees together. Then all you need to try is get those hips up. Doesn't matter how high they go, okay? Just hips up and squish forward and back and down. Adjust your positioning anywhere if you need to, but it's just a lift and lower. As you lift, the hips move forward, then slightly back as you lower down. Lift again, hold and back down slowly. Two more, up and down. Last one, up, hold it. All right, now hand above, reaching high to the ceiling. We're going to thread the needle. We go under the arm, rotate, twist, and back up and open. That's reaching high. Under, twist, rotate, good, and back up. One more time, underneath. And back up, hips are forward. Hand down, hips down. Press up again to sitting. So the legs will come apart again in the sit position. If you still have that one leg out, go for it. Otherwise, up and over. And release. Nicely done. Sitting on your back sides next. With your feet in front. Oops. I'll face you to start with. All right, so feet in front, knees in front. Sitting up super straight. Good posture, shoulders roll back. Not down so much, just straight back. Then hands up, just elevating front, hover and hold. So I might turn side on again, change my mind, sorry. So nice and straight as you can do. If your legs are a bit straighter and you can get your back taller, that's fine. If your knees are in close and you can still hold it, then try that one. Arms first, we breathe in, reach above. Breathe out, hands wide. Breathe in, back up, forwards and hold. Check posture, just one or more of those. Hands up, breathe in. Hands out, breathe out. Breathe in and up and forwards and hold. Lift the ribs, breathe in. Tuck the tail, breathe out. Roll into a reclined position. I'm going to try the arms again here, pulling up through that pelvic floor, like you're pulling your bladder higher up inside the body. Hands, breathe in, reach up. Breathe out and wide. Breathe in, back up, forwards and roll back up. Sit on those tailbones, sit bones. Tuck the tail, roll back again. Arms one more time. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out wide. Breathe in, up. Forwards and roll up. Excellent. Hold that thought. You can just relax for a second. All right. Sorry, ladies. So still in that same position. What I'm going to get you to do, and I'll demo before you start, is to go into that reclined position. We're going to go one arm up, out to the side, second arm up, over to the side, and then we stay here for a few breaths, arms up and down. So it's a lot of sustained control through the core. Then both hands come down and we roll back up. So I'll try to talk you through it. So sit tall to prepare, breathe in, breathe out, tuck and roll back, hold here, one hand up, breathe in, then out to the side, breathe out, breathe in, second hand up, breathe out to the side, then breathe in both up, breathe out both down to the side, breathe in both up, breathe out both down to the side and up. One more to the side, then coming up and above, breathe out forwards and roll back up. Restack. Well done. Now we're going for repetitions here. So we just tuck and roll, then straight up, back to the front and roll forward. So breathe in to set here, sit tall. Breathe out, tuck the tail, roll back. Breathe in, hands overhead. Breathe out, hands back to the front, roll up, restack. Breathe in at the top, breathe out, roll back. Breathe in, hands up. Breathe out, hands forward, roll back up. Breathe in at the top, breathe out, roll back. Breathe in, hands up. Breathe out, hands forward, roll up. Breathe in at the top. Last one, breathe out, roll back. Hands up, hands down. Breathe out, roll forward. Good job. Hands behind. Good. You can stay here on your wrists or down on those elbows if you need. We're going to keep the knees bent, push on the feet, lift your hips as high as you can get them. Up, up, up and away from the floor. Lift and squeeze. Up, 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 up. It's not an easy one, but do the best you can. And down. Radio. So sorry, did I already say legs out straight? I'm going to lay down and stay down now. So just one roll down, but we're going to do it slow and steady. Breathe in, sit tall, hands in front. Breathe out, tuck and roll down to the mat. And long stretch, arms overhead. In this long stretch position, just take a few deep breaths. All right, and then arms back down next to you. Go over there. Over there. Get that one. Guruji, over here. All right. I don't know if you can still see me behind the boys, but I'm going to walk the feet in and then one leg at a time into tabletop. You can use your hands for some support there if you need to. Otherwise, try to hold those knees above your hips. Your tummy muscles are working hard to hold those legs, but also trying to maintain your neutral spine position. So try not to let your back lift and arch off the mat. Then from here, either hand support or hands beside you. It's a single leg stretch, really simple. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, stretch one leg straight. Breathe in, return in. Other leg stretch straight. Breathe in, back in. Breathe out, kick. Breathe in, return. Now you probably recall, I've said this before, if you kick higher, it's easier on the tummy but harder on the legs. So if you need to work on the knees or hips, then do the higher kick. Kicking lower towards the floor is harder on the tummy muscles. So you can do that if you need to get that core strengthened. Yeah. Mummy needs to use them right now, so you can't play with them. Sorry. Yeah, that's Mummy's one. Keep going with those stretches. You've got 3 more to go. Go and play with the weights. All right, then hug those knees over the tummy when you're finished. No. What else is over there? Go and have a look. Go over there and have a look. All right, ladies, so while you're resting, just check me out. We've got that double leg lift, tabletop to set. We're going to go for a double leg stretch, okay, on the next one. This is quite challenging. So the higher you go, the safer it is. But if you really want to challenge yourself, you go a little lower with the legs. You can still use the double hand support. Okay, that's a nice safety barrier for you if you need it. However, for those who have been coming quite, Guruji, no. For those who've been coming quite a while, want you to add the crunch as well, so that head and shoulders are up off the floor. No, I'm very sorry. You're up in tabletop. Breathe in to prepare. And breathe out, double leg stretch. Breathe in, return in. Breathe out, double leg stretch. Breathe out, return in. So breathe out on the kick. Breathe in, coming in. Head and shoulders are up. If you want more work, head and shoulders down, but hand support if you want less work. We don't have a lot of these. You've got 3 to go. 2. Last 1. Head down, feet down, and just rock your knees side to side. The next one, starting tabletop. Let's go knees up, hand support if you need it, otherwise down by the side. This time, instead of that single leg stretch, we're going down into a tap. All right, so breathe in to prepare, breathe out, tap one foot to the floor, breathe in, return in, other foot tap, and back in. It's a nice, easy-ish for coordination one to do. Breathing out on the tap, breathing in, return to tabletop. Keep working. Stop at any point if you need that rest. And if you are holding onto your legs for a bit of support, just release the one leg that's tapping and then grab it back up when it's in tabletop, okay? Still finding that spine in neutral position. Last one. Good, and again, hold those knees over the tummy when you're resting. And I'll demo the last round here for that core sequence. It's a toe tap with a double arm reach. So this time we don't get that arm support. We're actually really loading the entire core section here. So as you control the legs going that direction, you've also got to control the arms going overhead using both upper and lower abdominals. Let's have a go. Starting tabletop, hands straight above you. Breathe in, neutral spine set. Breathe out, toe tap, double arm reach. Breathe in, return to set. Breathe out, other tap and double arm reach and up. Leg tap, arms reach and return in. Again, tap and reach and back up. Keep working for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Feet to the floor. Big breath in, arms stretch overhead. And then we're actually going to finish off with a quick round of upper abdominal 100. So that's both hands coming over next to the hips, reaching the fingertips towards the ankles or the end of your mat. Head and shoulder blades up off the floor. If you do have some neck issues, support your head with one hand. Otherwise, palms are up to breathe in, palms are down to breathe out. Let's start the pulses with those arms bouncing next to you here. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Looking good. Keep it going. Last round in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and done. Rest your head and shoulders. Still keeping those feet where they are. We're going to walk the feet up close to your backside in for our bridging exercise. So this is active recovery, so we're using a different set of muscles. We're going to push the feet down into the mat. Lift your hips higher to the sky. Breathe in, squeeze at the top. Breathe out, slowly lowering one vertebrae at a time back to the floor. Away you go again. Breathing out, rolling up. Breathe in, hold at the top. And breathe out, roll back down. Good, you know this one. Go at your own pace. Should be working mostly the muscles in the legs. Obviously, there is a little bit of back support there on the lift and core support on the lower. Getting the hips high, like slowly rolling down. So those hips are high. Then at the top here, it's just a single leg lift up and lower down. Lift up, lower down. So marching legs at the top. Hands are down beside you for a bit of balance support. If your back's starting to get sore or tight, then just lower those hips to halfway down. 3, 2, 1. Balance your hips, stay high. Then on the breath out, roll down to the floor. There you go. You sit behind Nimba. Sit behind him. All right, hold him. Hold Nimba. That's it. All right, girls. If I can do this, you can too. Let's go. Double. But yeah, just a normal bridge. Let's get those hips up again. That's it. Feet flat. Don't pull back, Nate. No, don't pull back. Now this time it's arms. So both hands up towards the ceiling. Hold Nimba. Hold him. Good. And then those hands just come straight overhead. Breathe in. Hips stay high. Breathe out. Hands down. Breathe in. Hands up. Breathe out. Hands down. And last one. Hands up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands down. Hips down. Good job. Long stretch. So legs out long.
Couldn't find it.
So what I want you to do, if you can, is a long stretch, but then rolling up from there. So breathing in on the stretch, breathing out, lift the hands, lift the head. Use your arms if you need to come back up to sitting, long sit. And then at the top, we're going to reach down to the toes, just forwards to the toes. Drop your head down towards the thighs or the knees, wherever you can reach to. And then over onto your side. So you can get onto hands and knees and then standing up from there for me. 2 hands, remember, while I can only do 1. We're going to breathe in again, reach up to the top onto those toes. And then out, reaching down to the floor. Slowly back up. Nimba doesn't want to get down. That's why he was sooking. Let's go again. Breathe in, both hands up. Stretch it tall. And breathe out. Again, reaching slowly all the way forwards to the floor. Really melt into it. And coming up. Now on this last one, just widen a little bit so those legs are slightly further apart. Both hands up. Then turn to the side as you roll down, we're going over the side of the leg. We're coming back up the way we came. Through to the top, onto the toes again there in the middle, and then over onto the other side. Yeah. Back up the way you came. If you're not already there, good. Hands down. Excellent. Now just shake the hips side to side. Bend your knees. Really poke the hips out side to side. Okay, we'll go give it to the dogs. Give it to Buddy. Thank you. All right, and then from here, I'll just move my screen. So shake, shake, and then we're going to actually shake, balance, lift, shake, balance, lift. So slow it down. Try to balance on that one leg. Poke the hip, shift your weight over, lift the other side. Good. This is what we were doing usually on our side, lying on the mat. We leg lift and lower. This time it's a bit more dynamic and multifactorial. We're using our balance systems as well as our ankles and knees. Last one. Then down. Then I'm going to turn around just so you can see me a bit better, but right leg behind the left. Stick the right hip out. And then right arm up and over. Now release that off. Left one behind, left hip out, left arm over.
Okay.
And release that one. Good. Untwist the legs, a little shake and a shimmy, and we are done for today.